Hello, welcome to a new episode of Loud Noises. Unless you're listening to this in the future, then it won't be that new. I'm Badger, I'm a mosher. Here's Gareth, he's a punk. Paul needs his fuck, mate, don't worry about it. We are three people who get to... That wasn't my original idea for the intro, I just forgot because we had a really good chat before the podcast and I've forgotten everything.
And now you're ruining it. Move along.
Also, Gareth's looking at me really intent, really intensely, and it's really putting me off.
Do you want us to go through my head? What's he doing?
No! That's like... I don't know! We are three people. Yeah, we are three people who get together every week. And we talk about alternate music, whatever that may be. This week we're going to talk about some new jams. That's what kids call them, right?
Nope.
Jams.
Not in the slightest.
Unless they're buying jam.
Preservatives. We're gonna, is that the right word? Sure. We're going to talk about some new songs from Newfound Glory, Stand Atlantic, Enter Shikari, Haggard Cat, or The Haggard Cat. I don't know which one it
Or
is.
Haggard Cat.
Haggard Cat. Hatebreed. Don't do the accent. Hatebreed. And Kvelertak?
Yes.
Yeah, I said it right.
Well done.
Cool. But as all, if you want to kind of jump around to the singles and the albums, you can do all the timestamps in the description below. But as always, we shall start with the news from Paul. News. Paul.
News. First piece of news, Dark Fruit's Twitter is losing their minds.
What is right, hang on. What is this? What is Dark Fruit's Twitter?
It's basically Liam Gallagher fans.
I don't understand what this is.
Don't worry about it. You don't understand the internet. It's fine.
What's going on?
So to precursor this, Rage Against the Machine announced that they are coming back to do a massive tour. Right, first things first, this is a fucking awful poster because I cannot read the dates on this.
I can read one of the words.
Is it Rage?
Rage. Yeah, it is Rage.
And Run the Jewels.
I can read the bands and the year,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a public service announcement.
Yeah.
I don't know why that's in quote marks.
Because that's the name of the tour?
Also, if you want to see the posts and stuff we're talking about without having to Google it or whatever, go to our YouTube video. We have YouTube now. You can view them there. I'll go to our Instagram. I've probably posted it on there at some point.
So many props can't keep.
I definitely posted it because it's big news. Sorry, Paul. Continue.
Pretty
with
big.
you.
No, it's fine. It is pretty big news. So Rage Against the Machine going on tour with Run the Jewels, which is awesome.
Yeah.
They're doing a massive string of dates. Looks like about a month and a half of dates. Again, I'm not going to go through all of them, but the one that... So Alone, this is Ace. The kind of thing that's pissing off Twitter, or at least where I've seen anyway, is two of the announcements that they did on this tour.
Yes.
So they are also playing Leeds and Reading Festival.
Oh, God. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And so Dark Fruit's Twitter, as I call them, so Liam Gallagher fans and dickheads who want to listen to Cortinas, losing their fucking minds over a band like Rage Against the Machine being
Sorry,
a
Paul.
headliner.
I feel targeted because you can't see this, but I'm currently holding a can of Dark Fruits. And I have no issue with this.
Well, that's fine. You can drink Dark Fruits without being Dark Fruits.
Am I a Liam Gallagher fan?
Yeah, maybe.
I fucking hope not.
Balls.
Just for your own
It's
sake.
fine. I like Liam Gallagher. I've got no problem with
Good
it.
for you.
I mean, I have to. I'm from Manchester. It's legally
No,
binding.
you don't.
It is. It's legally binding.
Oh, he's awful. Anyway.
He is.
So,
bad.
right, okay. So what's the problem with Rage Against the Machine playing Leeds and Reading? I don't understand.
Basically, teens don't know who the fuck they are.
Yeah,
Is that what
that's
it is?
pretty much
Basically.
it, yeah.
Is that literally what it is?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
just think they're a big old goth band. They keep using the word goth for them, which is very confusing.
Oh, I see. Right, okay.
Yeah.
I was confused why you said that before we started recording.
Yeah.
Now it makes sense.
Thought you were in the loop. Turns out, no.
Thanks. That's ridiculous that they
It's
don't
always
know
better
who
with
it
an
is.
explanation.
Have they not seen The Matrix? They were in The Matrix soundtrack.
I know. It's just like, what was it been like 25 years since they last headlined Leeds Festival? In Reading?
No. So people are fucking stupid, right? And I had this, someone on my Facebook did this. XFM posted it, and my mate also did it, going, the last time Rage Against the Machine played was 1996. No, mate. It was actually 2010.
Well, yeah, I was going to say,
14, it was
because in
2014.
2009 or 10, they did Download Festival as well.
They did Reading and Leeds in 2008, and I think they also did it in 2014. Just everyone seems to have forgot the last 20 years.
I mean you've lived through the last 20 years. Wouldn't you want to forget it?
No, some of it was alright.
Fair. Yeah,
It wasn't all bad.
You got married?
Yeah, I got married.
Never mind, should
Oh,
have
it's some
brought
good
that up.
gigs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every time I released an album or two.
Yeah. I got into Every Time I Die in this last decade, so there's that.
Well, you
Nice.
really went for
Really
it.
screaming the bottom of the
I listened to a
Brilliant.
band and got married.
Yeah, but
Living
basically,
the high life.
the teenagers who are fans of probably 90% of what's going on here just really want to boycott it because a big old mosher band are on there.
So, I presume we're just in the Leeds and Reading part of this new segment now. We've kind of just left the bridge.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
because
Okay.
have you seen how many dates are on that fucking tour? If you want to know where they're playing, Google it.
Yeah. Go to our Spotify. You can't read
Yeah.
our Spotify? No, our Instagram, but you can't
Instagram.
read the writing. Right. So my kind of thing is, what happened to Leeds and Reading Festival? Because it used to be so good.
No, it's been going this way for a while.
I know, but it's been gradually. There used to be a whole stage. One day, the main stage used to be a whole day used to be like alternative bands,
To be fair, Red
and now
Leeds,
it's all pop and
Red
indie and stuff.
Leeds have still continued doing a good job of having what I would call like a vast difference in genres. Unfortunately, the genres which we don't really have an investment in anymore.
It's all genres that get played on Radio 1.
Yeah. I mean,
So-
there's some, there is a stage in this that is actually quite good. So the pit stage,
Yes.
or the lockup as well.
I mean, the
So this is the third stage down.
Yeah.
So just for the
fourth
people that
stage
was...
down, actually. Christ.
Oh,
Do you,
God,
remember, do you remember when the lockup stage used to be a punk stage?
Yeah.
I remember that as well.
Yeah,
Oh, well.
Punk is officially dead for Red Leeds.
Pretty much. I mean,
Go on.
Gallows and Bronx at a push. Not properly punk, but they've got punk elements.
Cancer bats.
Really clutching at punk straws.
Yes, I'll agree you were clutching a punk straws.
Oh, Creeper punk-ish. Not now, but they were at one point.
There's good bands on here.
Okay, yeah,
They're just very, you gotta look for them because there isn't a fine print.
Yeah. So I mean, just looking at this talk, the Leeds, this is the first. I think this is the first announcement now for Leeds and Reading.
Yes.
Yes.
So for an
think
initial announcement, it's not that bad, to be fair. It's
they'd
not
already
worth
announced-
what they're asking for weekend tickets.
Yeah, I think they'd already announced Liam Gallagher, but yeah, the whole lineup is the first. What is the price of weekend tickets? I was meant to look this up.
It's about
guess.
230 quid.
Okay, I thought it was 300.
Yeah.
but
Also,
still.
I don't think they announced Liam Gallagher. I think he announced it himself because he's a bit of a tit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ledge,
But yeah, I mean, the two of the three lineups are what you'd expect from this kind of festival. This headliners. So you've got Liam Gallagher and Stormzy, two of the headliners, and then as we said, Rage Against the Machine. One of the things that I'm wondering if it's going to change quite quickly. I don't know if you guys have seen on the internet the whole slow tie kickoff.
Oh no, I don't know what this is.
Oh, yeah, sorry. What was the awards where he was a complete
Oh,
cockend?
was this something an enemy award? perhaps?
Yeah,
His enemy, yeah.
where he got the Hero of the Year award.
Who is he?
And how is he a hero? Explain to me immediately.
I mean, he's not.
Yeah.
How
After his actions.
I don't even know who he is. What is he?
Nobody knows who he is.
What is he?
He's kind of like a rapper / singer thing. I don't know. That
Slash cock
indie
ring.
meets rap
Oh.
element. It's like, I mean, up
I
to this
understand why I know
point,
who he
he's
is.
been doing quite well. He's very kind of anti-establishment. There was, I think, the big thing that before this that people kicked off about is when he appeared on stage with a severed head of Trump in a performance, which was
Oh,
cool
come on.
and
Gwar
funny.
have been doing that for years.
Yeah, I mean, but can we talk about the major problem with this poster?
It's
I
very
think it's
yellow.
a major problem. Besides, it's very yellow. Does no one think it's completely stupid and weird that obviously we mentioned Rage Against the Machine are touring with support from Run the Jewels?
Oh, but they're not their main support. Yeah.
But then Leeds are running on. Yeah, that's cool, but nah, we're gonna put the Cortez on this instead because the Cortez are.
That gets you hyped for Rage.
Yeah, I know, right?
Do you know what I found the biggest fuck you for this? Obviously you don't have to be a fan, but surely if you were a fan of Fever 333, you got to be a fan of Rage Against the Machine,
Oh yeah,
who are playing at the same time.
Yeah.
yeah.
'Cause-
I don't know because you say this that they're both headlining their relevant stages, but I think more like you'll be probably able to watch Fever and then
Are they
Rage.
half hour of Rage?
Yeah, I don't. They're not always on at the exact same time. Do you know what I mean? There will be overlaps.
I know, but
I
don't know.
I remember going to Leeds Festival when I was younger and when it was good, and I remember being able to watch like all the main headline bands and still watch like the smaller stage headline bands. There was never like a massive like, if you watch Funeral for a Friend on the smaller stage, you definitely miss Metallica on the big stage.
Yeah.
I mean, you should, but choices.
If that is the case, and you are going on the days where Fever and Rage Up's playing, fucking Fever is how you get hyped up before you go see fucking Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah.
Or it's the really good way to show the age of Rage Against the Machine.
True.
Yeah. But no, I mean, all in all, this is not the worst lineup I've seen. I think there are some, like I said, there are some really good bands on here. Just to quickly run through, yeah. As we say, you've got Rage, you've got Run the Jewels, you've got Fever 333, Creeper, Horror, Black Peaks. That's just all on one day.
Yeah.
And then there's the Saturday we don't talk about. And then, on the Sunday you've got Gallows, Bronx, Cancer Bats.
Yeah, that's it.
I think so. Like I will say, on the Saturday you can't skip over, but some people do like Holding Absence,
As It Is as well,
and Sleeping with Sirens, and All Time Low are on there.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't care.
Oh, yeah, they're on the main stage. Fucking hell.
At least a lot of the bands I don't give a shit about, but some people do.
Yeah. I always like playing the game of just like, how many of these have I actually fucking heard of?
Yeah,
Which I'm sure there's names on here, like,
all the
which are
alternative
insanely
bands.
massive within their scenes, but it just reminds me how like clueless I am at sometimes.
I feel like the only bands I don't recognise are like the ones on the like the lock up in the pit stages, which is like Narrowhead, who I think are something to do with Holy Roll Records, because they've been banging on about it this week.
Okay.
Arrested Youth, I don't know. Ghazi.
I'm looking more on the main
I've heard
stage.
Ghazi before. I've heard the
I don't know what
Are you sure you're not thinking
Migos
of
is.
Fugazi?
Maybe.
It's it's not Fugazi.
No.
Did people refer to Fugazi as Ghazi?
Nope.
Maybe. I don't know then. I don't know.
They either call him Fugazi or the dude from Minor Threat's other band.
Yeah, it's a bit long, isn't it?
Sorry, one more thing with this. What's the story with Gallows right now? Because they just seem to do nothing, no proper tours, and then just show up and apparently are still relevant enough to headline a stage at Brenda Leeds and then fuck off again.
I guess it's because Wade is back being busy with Alex on Fire.
What was the excuse for all the time in between where they just brought out, like, what was it, one album how many years ago and don't really do any tours but just pop up now and again?
I wonder if the rest of Gallows have other things on.
I hope so, because otherwise they got a lot of downtime.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the guitarist runs a label and is in another band.
Yeah.
I know the bassist used to run a booking agent.
Yeah. I just found it really bizarre because it's a band where, don't get me wrong, I got a lot of like respect and love for Gallows, even with Wade as Wade's version of Gallows, what they are now.
Gallows too.
But I always just find it so bizarre when I see them just popping up and be like, "Yeah, we're headlining this set." I'm like, should you be?
Fine, sure.
Yeah, it's a good point. That's things like, 'cause I wonder what would like if they toured, like if they went on their own tour, where would they play and how popular would that tour be? Because they've still got like obviously like a fan base. But
Yeah, they're fucking awesome live still. They're really worth seeing. But it's,
what was the like? I mean, when they played Slam Dunk last year, I think the reception was quite big there.
yeah, I'm just looking at like on the headlining a different day on that same stage as Fever, incredibly relevant at the moment, and then another day Gallows, who I just don't quite understand what they are anymore.
Yeah, weird one. I don't know.
Yeah, just a pondering.
I suppose the thing with that lineup though on that stage on the Sunday, like the Bronx aren't big enough to headline, and Cancer Bats aren't. And the thing is with those size bands, not like Cancer Bats were on quite early Slam Dunk last year, weren't they? I think
They're
like middle of the day.
midday. Yeah,
Yeah, but again,
I
that was
think Gallows are on
middle
after
of the festival
Yeah.
day, not middle
Yeah.
of the
Yeah,
day.
yeah.
But that's the thing. I think like so maybe Gallows are just the biggest out of those selection of bands, and that's no discredit to any of the bands.
No, not at all.
It's a fantastic 3 bill there, I think.
I mean, there's literally 3 bands off what was at Slam Dunk's Empirical stage last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bronx played last year?
Yeah. And Cancer
That
Bats.
stage was literally, it was
I
fucking...
did not watch the Bronx last
Honestly,
year.
dude, that stage was fucking mint. Overall, like, it was a better lineup than what they had on this stage.
The hardcore punk end.
Yeah, the one where you had,
like.
like, Glassjaw, Gallows, Bronx, Cancer Bats, Angel Dust, Turnstile, Not Loose.
Oh no, yeah, I left that stage. Like,
Yeah.
I think I stopped watching the bands after Cancer Bats and went other places. Anyway, let's wrap this up. You gonna go Leeds Festival?
Nope.
No.
Cool, nice one. Let's
I
go.
was tempted, to be fair, I was tempted because this is the only chance he rages, isn't it, in the UK?
Pretty much, yeah. Unless you would have got
Yeah.
Reading.
Oh no, isn't there another date?
I mean, I can't tell with that poster.
No, it's they're in the UK for Leeds Reading, then they go to Paris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is a fucking shame because I was pretty determined to see Rage, but not this way.
I was had this conversation with somebody the other day, and I was like, generally now, I think I'd be more tempted to see Profits of Rage.
Well, tough, because they're not a thing anymore.
Are they not?
No, because Rage Against the Machine is back together.
Yeah, but then when Rage go away again...
No, they've officially said, like, it's done.
Oh. Fuck it. I don't care. I like Rage. Like, I like certain tracks, but I'm not going to go fork out whatever daft amount of money it is for a day ticket.
Yeah, I think
also, I'd definitely watch Fever.
Well, that's my issue as well. I would have definitely, if these we're doing one off in London, I'd probably price it up, look into it, but I don't want to go to a day at Leeds Festival.
No. I mean, to be fair, they did come out recently and do something quite cool. So they are, like, obviously a big problem with big bands like this touring is ticket scalpers.
Yes.
Who just like sell everything massively on like inflated prices. So they've decided to keep the ticket price down. Like none of their gigs will sell out. So they're only selling 90% of the tickets.
Oh, cool.
Okay. So if you really want, you can have a go at getting to 10% of their tickets. And they promise that no tickets will ever be priced over £125. And if they are, any profit made on that will all go to charity.
Oh,
awesome.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Good think.
Cheers, guys.
Yeah, cheers. Anyway, that's enough of that.
Yeah.
That's quite... we might talk about Leeds again in the future, but only if they had some good bands.
Yeah. Like I say, the only reason this is on the air this week is due to like that those initial pit stages. And
also, I feel like they could only like throw another 5 bands in there. Maybe it's pretty much a full lineup.
This year is not great for festivals for me. I'm not impressed with anything.
You should be thankful.
Yeah, it saved me a shitload of money. Just nothing. I just don't. There's like the festivals I've seen. There's like a good handful of bands playing. Like, oh yeah, they're like 5 or 6 bands on this, but then it's like, is it worth the 200 whatever quid it is for the tickets and stuff? So, still waiting for that Not Fest lineup. I said all that just to say that. I'm still waiting for that Not Fest lineup. We'll see.
Wow.
It's definitely going to be Deftones, which we'll get to in a bit.
Spoiler
for future news. But going away from the things, next we go punk.
Come into my territory.
Punk. Go, Gareth. I'll let you take the lead on this one.
Bad Religion, the 40-year anniversary tour. I've somehow managed to find way to put more dates into the fucking insane tour they're doing already anyway. So
I like the fact that I got to tell you about this tour.
Yeah, but to be fair, after you said to me, like, my fucking newsfeed was filled with it, so I was just like, a little bit behind. I'd lost some punk points on that one. Sorry. I'm not a real punk.
You're the court jester of the punks.
I am the court jester of the punks, yeah. But no, basically, for me, the biggest thing which is really cool with this is their support. They're bringing out UK subs. UK subs, if you have any idea who they are a fucking institution of the like punk scene.
I know who they are.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they played the local.
They played our local pub. They played Witchwood, yeah. Charlie Harper, last time I saw UK subs, it was on his like 70th birthday gig.
Fuck that. Oh.
And that was like in 2012, I think. Yeah. And he's fucking awesome, still, mate. And I just love the fact that Bad Religion, who also, getting on a bit.
Yeah.
The UK subs opening for them is such an awesome pull. Like, I love it. Bad Religion are headlining Blackpool. At Rebellion Festival, so this is just added on to them to have a run of UK dates. So they're playing from the 5th of June in Manchester, going on to Newcastle, London, Nottingham, and Bristol. I don't know how the fuck Bad Religion are able to tour as hard as they do for as long as they've been going, but it's fair play. Like the combined ages of Bad Religion and UK subs. Is up there.
It's impressive that UK sub guy is over 70. And back to back.
Charlie Harper, man's a fucking dude. And anyone who does go to these gigs
must be in great
and you
shape.
haven't seen UK subs, nope. Go make sure you see UK subs because is a reason why they're still going.
Yeah.
And the people like Bad Religion are like, fuck me, let's go UK subs.
I kind of thought about going to this.
Yeah, well,
then I was like, I feel like I'll just go and do what I did at Slam Dunk.
Turn around to me and just go just explain punk to me, Gareth. I was like, I'm trying to watch Bad Religion. No, explain punk to me.
I don't get it. I like it, but I just don't get it.
I'm tempted to go to this if I can't go to... I'm trying to get to the day they're playing at Rebellion.
Oh, yeah.
Because Circle Jerk's also playing.
I looked at in my fevered attempt to try and attend a festival.
Okay.
That I could justify the money. I thought, Rebellion might be a good experiment.
And then you saw the names and went, don't know.
I know Circle Jerks because Gary keeps talking about them. No. Okay, fuck it.
But not much to say. It's just very nice to see UK subs in the support slots, and the Bad Religion could just tour like they're fucking in their 20s. I love it.
Yeah. The question is, are you going to break your no gig rule to go at this?
He definitely fucking is.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, literally before we had this conversation, like before we started recording, Gareth's got this no gig rule. He's trying to save money. He's want to move in a house and all this other stuff. He's trying to do an adult thing, but then he's like, "Oh, I've got no gigs next month."
I'm itching, mate.
Well, I'm going turnstile employed today. Like, oh, I'm probably going to go to those now. 'Cause I've got no gigs next month. Fucking can't help it.
Do it.
I feel like turnstile might be sold out. But I need to
That would help me a lot.
Employed to Serve, I don't think is though.
No. Also, Academy 3, mate. Oh, great venue. I love it. I'm so excited about it. Anyway,
I need to show
speaking
restraint.
Speaking about Employed Serve, who are in association with Holy War Records.
Mhm.
Segue. Next news.
Yeah. Ithaca! Yeah. So Ithaca have announced their first. I think this is their first proper European tour.
Yeah.
So yeah, super excited for this for them. So they've announced 5 dates. So Paris on the 5th of May, then Liège, Cologne, Berlin, and Karlsruhe. Nice little run. Awesome poster. No tour supports yet, but I mean, maybe just locals. But yeah, man, this is fucking awesome. I'm glad to see Ithaca like spreading out even more.
I'm very happy that this happens for them. My only gripe is that they never tour the UK on their own. They're always a dual headline in the UK for some reason.
Yeah, give it time.
But yeah. Also, I feel like this is a good way to point out that this episode will be coming out on the 16th of Feb this year, if I'm doing it on time. We'll be a year old on the 18th.
Oh.
And the very first episode was about Ithaca, when we couldn't say Ithaca.
Yeah.
We've
come a long way.
We've come a long way in a year. So that's nice that they got to feature this episode at some point. Good
so next week's episode will be my year birthday, because I wasn't on episode 1.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we should have probably just come to the first one.
Well, you didn't invite me.
Yeah, I was thinking. It's not like you turned us down.
You were busy.
Basically, Badger did one episode on his own with me and went, fuck me, I need someone else.
We thought we needed someone who knew what they were talking about. Someone who could hold themselves together.
Again, and you chose me.
Yeah. I didn't say we chose wisely.
But you chose nonetheless.
Anyway, congrats to Ithaca for one, getting a good UK little run, and European run, sorry. And 2, for still being talked about on this podcast so heavily. You made it, guys. Be proud of yourselves. Anyway.
We're going to have to get them on at some point.
We should do. We should probably speak.
Be rude not to, wouldn't it?
Yeah, we would be rude not to. If making it rude not to kind of makes you not want to do it. So I like being a cunt.
I mean, we keep mispronouncing the names. We might as well be rude in other ways as well.
Yeah, I will definitely not do that interview.
Yeah.
Anyway, good on you, Ithaca. Keep it up, guys.
Yes. More Northern Europe UK tour dates, please.
Yeah. Come back. I mean, they are doing a tour with that Big Thief. So
yeah, true.
There's a fair few dates on that.
Yeah, that's quite that.
Big old gig.
Anyway, next.
Talking of big old gigs.
It's the Metal Tour of the Year.
I mean, yeah, Metal Tour of the Year.
In the same way that Carlsberg says, probably the best lager.
This is just out and out metal, isn't it? So this is the Megadeth and Lamb of God tour with special guest Trivia Minute in Flames. So the 90s asked for the tour dates back.
There's a lot of metalheads out there who are walking hard-ons after seeing this poster.
Imagine how many battle jackets there's going to be. So many battle jackets.
So many. Like this, and as well, this tour is basically half a year. It's like
fucking long, man.
Yeah, so it kicks off on June the 12th in Bristow, wherever that is, and then ends on November the 13th in Reno.
It seems like Dave Mustaine's fuck cancer tour, basically.
Yeah, it's like, I'm still here. Yeah. Fuck you guys. I'm touring for 6 months.
Do I find it quite weird, though, that... so it's basically like a double headliner as far as the poster sells, which is fucking awesome for Lamb of God, but I just assumed that...
Awesome for Lamb of God, not great for Megadeth, I feel. Because considering Megadeth are going to be one of the Are they one of the big four?
They are.
Yeah.
I feel like we've had this conversation before. I'm not sure it was on recording or not, but it's your confusion over, we should do something about the big four. What's the big four? Anthrax, Slayer, Megadeth, Metallica.
Okay. I always don't know if Megadeth's in the big four.
They are.
I know it's Slayer, Anthrax, and Metallica, but I'm like, Megadeth? Are they in the big four? I feel like they shouldn't be, maybe. I don't know. I just don't feel that popular.
Oh, you're going to get beaten to death by a battle jacket if you keep this up.
I know people like Megadeth, but it's not the name that comes up the most common. Like, I saw something the other day where the most viewed metal videos on YouTube...
Slipknot, Metallica,
Metallica, which makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Because that's like young metalheads and old metalheads using YouTube. And those are the two big bands from those generations. I just don't think Megadeth's in there. Do you know what I mean?
In the big four, whenever they've done like big four gigs, it normally goes Metallica, also, Megadeth, Slayer, Anthrax.
Yeah. Also, Anthrax at the bottom?
Mm.
Yeah. I suppose that makes sense, actually. Okay, I retract everything I said.
Cool.
Also, I feel like Slayer split up now, so someone should replace them in the big four.
No, it's just big three.
Oh my god, apparently.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry. Yeah.
We don't know
also,
anything
just quickly,
about metal, apparently.
No, I don't know anything about anything. I don't know why I do this podcast.
I know nothing.
There's... Oh, no, don't matter. Oh, yeah, there's some stars on some of the dates, but it doesn't explain what those stars mean.
Are there stars on dates, or is it just bad poster design?
I see no stars next to any dates.
No, you know what? It's bad poster design. There's one right...
Is it? This is a very clear poster.
No, there's one white dot next to Houston, Texas, and I'm like...
And that did it for you. You just broke you.
There's just a lot of white dots on it. It confused me. Stupid metal poster.
Oh, bless you, Badger.
But yeah, if you're a big old metalhead and you're in America, you already know about this. Go do a mosh.
Yeah.
Iron your battle jacket. Get your mum to sew some more patches on. You're in for a treat.
This is very patronising towards metalheads.
I mean, it's fine. They don't know how to work podcasts.
True. This is fucking... Oh, my God.
We love you, really.
Be nice to the metalheads.
Why do we...
I just feel like we're being really patronising towards them. Get your mum to iron on your patch and they can't use podcasts. Fuck, that's like half our demographic. We just isolated.
I am such shit.
It's all me, baby. Come at me.
Also, I just want to refer to a thing that Paul used to be referred to as Metal Dave. So,
Don't get it.
It's just bitterness to your past self.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I've always been bitter to my own existence, so...
Anyway. No, this is a fucking ridiculous tour at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Good one, North America. You got another great tour.
Bastards. I mean, I'm going to be honest. If this came to the UK, I might be tempted to go to this one.
It'd be, yeah. If you're into metal, you probably enjoy all these bands, so you're pretty solid, aren't you?
To be fair, like, even though, like, Megadeth's not my taste, Trivia's not my taste, these are also 4 bands well known for being really fucking good live bands as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to enjoy the show, at the very least, even if this is not your thing. These guys fucking bring it.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm. Good. Well done. Next.
Do it next.
So something a bit closer to home. We'll talk about them later. But Enter Shikari have announced their album launch shows for April. So just a quick run through the dates. You've got Leadmill in Sheffield on the 18th of April. Then Glasgow St Luke's, Liverpool Invisible Wind Factory.
What a name.
Fucking name.
Yeah, I know. London Subterranea, and then the 23rd is SWX in Bristol.
Yes.
So tickets are available now. Albums up for pre-order.
So quickly,
Okay.
these are intimate shows. So normally you'd see Shikari in like a 2,000, 3,000 cap venue. Leadmill, for example, I believe is 900.
Right.
So it's quite a drop. Also, I don't think tickets are available yet. But to get a ticket, you have to be a member of the band's fan club, which I didn't know bands still had fan clubs.
Yeah.
Cool. Also, you have to either be a member of that fan club or pre-order the new album before the date the tickets go on sale.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, for such intimate gigs, small price to pay if you want to go.
Yeah. I think it makes sense. It's a bit of like an inconvenience for someone who's like
not a fan.
Wouldn't mind. Yeah, well, I'm a fan of the band, but it's like I don't want to join the fan club.
No, but
and also it means I've got to.
But don't get me wrong. Like when this album comes out, they're gonna do a big normal UK tour.
Yeah.
This is almost like a nice thing for those avid fans.
Well, this is
isn't
for
it?
like that's what I mean. I was gonna say like this is for like proper hardcore.
It's not for you, Badger. All right.
I really
it's
like
not
the
for
band. I really like it, but yeah, I've not decided if I want to pre-order the album yet. But we'll talk about that when we talk about the single. But yeah, good on you, Enter Shikari.
Yeah, I think it's a great little thing to do.
Yeah,
that's the thing. As you guys say, like these guys play like usually way bigger venues and festivals than this.
Yeah.
So it's nice to like take it back a bit and like just have that kind of more intimate gig with fans. So,
Also,
it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's good because this means the fans will actually get to go rather than just like some Joe blogs who's just like, oh, I heard that new song on the radio, I might go see him.
Yeah, I suppose this is another way to beat like the ticket scalps as well. So like you can only get a ticket if you pre-order an album or you're a fan club member.
Yeah.
You get a lot more of that though for like pre-sales and things like that.
Yeah, you get pre-sales. It happens a lot with pre-sales. It happened with Creeper did it for pre-sales and Slipknot did it.
I think Slipknot did it.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, I'm down with this.
It just gives the fans an attempt to go. I mean, the problem with the Slipknot and the Creeper one was that you could get that code without actually pre-ordering the album. Because that's what I mean, I pre-ordered the Slipknot album anyway. I've still not decided about Creeper. Just don't know if I was just something.
I'm all over Creeper with that. Anyway, we're talking about Enter Shikari.
Sorry. Yeah, sorry. Very UK. It's fine. No, good on you. Get it if you want to go. Next.
Wow.
No, I'm like
He's breaking down.
I am. Again,
why are you doing like karate?
I don't know.
He's just throwing his arms around. He's throwing shapes over here.
Enter Shikari are very good live, so
they are really good live. Like, I think it's well known. Like when they first started out, they put all of their money into their live show, and everything they made back just went into putting on a good show. And I don't think that's ever changed. I think they've always been a good live band to watch.
Yes, agreed. I'll watch them when they do a tour that I don't have to pre-order now for. Unless the next single's really good. But we'll talk about the new single in a bit. Anyway, next. Yes. So I don't know if this is good or bad because you brought this up. Yes. So yeah, but the tour itself is good. The reason why it might not be bad, we'll get into. But Deftones have announced a summer 2020 tour with Gojira and Poppy. Right, this whole Poppy thing is weird to me. I don't get it.
She is like just like a pop star with like metal elements, right?
Metal friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't listened to her.
The first time I heard of her was when she collabed with Fever. And I listened to that song. And I didn't get it. The
only thing I know about her is metalheads arguing is she metal or not. And I think her saying I'm not.
It's just
I've never listened to that.
Weird. I think it's this weird thing that happens in alternative music when sometimes pop bleeds in. Yeah. Usually to the fault of certain publications. Kerrang.
Yep.
Because it happened with that other. What's that other guy called that you like?
That I like?
No, Gareth.
Oh, right.
I should probably specify the person when on the podcast.
Yes, audio podcast. Pointing doesn't work.
That punk-ish guy that you like.
Oh, you're on about Frank Turner?
No.
Because I know Kerrang just
guy.
went.
I can't remember.
Youngblood.
Youngblood, that's
right,
it.
Yeah.
Because he's featured, but he's clearly like an indie poppy.
Yeah, he's artist. More of what was it?
He dresses punk.
Yeah, Kerrang definitely gives him coverage, but Rock Sound, I swear, are his sponsor.
But that thing is, like, I think because like they dress alternatively or whatever, or like you see him wearing a fucking Slayer t-shirt or something, that means they can get in that publication or whatever. But not necessarily right.
I can see like a closer connection to someone like him, but like I can't really say on the Poppy situation. I haven't got around to listening to Poppy.
Like Poppy's like electronic pop music, isn't it? Essentially.
Right, okay.
The bits I've heard is just that Fever did some shouting on one of the songs.
Yeah. No, I mean, she does have some metal sections in the songs, but it's just like, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, she's opening for these guys. Like I say, Gojira, the main support. But yeah, Deftones are doing this run of dates across the US from the 27th of July, in Portland, Oregon.
Yes.
And then finishing on the 5th of September in Denver. Again, look on our social media or just learn out at Google to get the full list. But yeah, why are you sad about this, Badger?
So I had vain hopes that Deftones might play Knotfest UK. That's definitely not going to happen now because they're in Philadelphia that day.
Yeah.
Also, obviously, this also rules out Gojira playing. I don't really listen to Gojira, but if you were hoping Gojira might play Knotfest UK, nope, mate. Also Poppy, there.
Do you think this is why they haven't announced who's playing Knotfest yet? Because Slipknot have just realised that everyone's booked on other tours.
Fuck. Yeah. But on the plus side, a long time ago, possibly 5 weeks ago, we talked about a leaked poster for My Chemical Romance. The poster wasn't real.
No.
Or it might not be still. We don't know. No, it wasn't real.
I think they even said on it like the only UK gig or something like that as well.
We'll get to that in a minute. But that had Deftones supporting
with Jimmy Eat
Mike
World as well.
Yeah. But that's before the East runner dates, so there might still be a chance of Deftones playing with Mike M. Probably not though, but we'll see. I'll love it.
I know you will.
So, and I need them to redeem themselves because they're taking the piss.
Yeah, again, we'll get into that in a bit. But yeah, I mean, on this tour alone, like this is a really good tour. I think Deftones and Gojira alone are amazing. I know people. There's a lot of people out there that like Poppy. I've just not given them the chance.
No.
But yeah, nice, good, solid run of dates, like a proper month there. Yeah.
One thing to note on the poster, it's very small right in the corner, it says support varies by date. I don't know exactly what that means.
Yes, I don't know if maybe some days
support
some of
varies
the
by
bands aren't
date.
available.
I know,
Yeah.
but I don't. What? But then it's not specifying if like.
I'm assuming it hasn't been like planned out exactly yet, but yeah, some of those supports probably can't make some of those gigs.
You think they should put that on the
I guess it's just I haven't worked it out yet.
Yeah, okay. Well, maybe work it out, guys.
This would be the perfect time for an asterisk.
It would be.
Yeah.
Give me them sweet asterisks.
Yeah. Next.
Next.
Yes.
Next. So talking of Knotfest and things like that, we've got a couple of new Slipknot dates.
Yes.
So the first one is Gdansk. In
Okay.
third
I
third
just
of
super enjoyed the way you said that for some reason. Gdansk.
Gdansk.
It sounds like you're saying something else with an Australian accent.
True.
Shut up.
Sounds like a note. Sounds like a note from a Degent song.
But
What are we doing?
I don't know. Interrupting me is what you're doing.
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah. So 3rd of August in Gdansk at the Ergo Arena, supported by Ginger.
Ginger.
That's with a J.
Yeah,
and then following up that, they are playing the 20th of August at the Cabaret Vert. That's all there really is on that one. There's no more tour dates or anything. So that looks like that's in France. 2 nice little dates there to continue dominance of Slipknot in this year.
Yeah, I'm still just... This is another band where I'm just impressed by the sheer scale of the tours they're doing over the course of this year.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing a lot.
It's insane.
Considering, I thought what's good about this thing as well is it's not all just America.
Yeah,
Oh no, they're fucking travelling.
Yeah, because the one that the what's the first place? Sopot. Sure.
Yeah, you say words, that's fine.
That'll help you.
That poster says EU UK 2020. So this is obviously I don't know if there's more dates to come, or they're just chucking as many EU UK dates as possible. But I presume because this is August, so this is 3rd of August and the 20th.
20th, yeah.
So you'd think that, and then the UK Knotfest is on the 22nd.
Okay.
So maybe there'll be a couple more dates to come, unless they just really love flying around.
Yeah,
They have got their
although
own plane. So.
maybe, obviously there'll be a break between the 20th and 22nd, so they can actually get set up.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, it's like I say, it's just nice to see them fucking smashing it at the moment. I think as we talked about back in the day when we did the retrospectives of everything, I think the album itself, the new one, pretty good reception.
Yeah.
I know I enjoyed it, and I think you guys did too.
It's one of my albums of the year.
Yes. So I mean, it's good just to see them back on form again after I think you could say a bit of a tumultuous few years.
Yeah, true.
So it's back on form, back doing what they love, and yeah, everyone gets to see them, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
Next, flip side. I don't know if we should be pissed off about this one, but I imagine Badger will be.
No, we can be pissed off about this.
Okay.
There's dates after the 20th, guys. Fucking hell.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, you're supposed to book after, not before. Yeah, so My Chemical Romance have announced another first date in the UK. Jesus Christ. So they're playing the Eden Project in Cornwall on the 16th of June this time.
Are they just fucking winging it? Like, when it comes to booking dates, are they just going like, fuck it? And like, it doesn't work like this. Like, what are they doing?
They just must have, I don't even know what company's behind these shows. Like,
a drunk one.
It's supposed to be just ringing what you got? I don't know, 16th Eden Project? Yeah, whatever, fucking give a shit. Nice one. Fucking, she really, really pissed me off about the 20th, man. Because that was like meant to be like a one-off.
No, they played
show.
2 UK dates before.
3 at
3 at Milton Keynes and now 1 at the Eden
this,
Project.
The 4th UK.
Which also, who the fuck knew gigs went on at the Eden Project?
Yeah, right. I mean, I kind of want to go.
I like plants. I like my chem.
Hey. You eat plants.
I mean, we all do, hopefully.
One day.
You should eat plants amongst the other things you eat.
What?
Okay, never mind. You're gonna die. Fuck 'em. Move on. It's honestly like it's so like I'm bitter. We're bitter. Me and Badger, because obviously we talked in the previous podcast of how they keep releasing these dates, and what was meant to be like a great one-off first time to see them in the UK, they just fucked us over and decided to do a date before that. So it's like, right, whatever. We're still gonna have a fucking damn good time, but it spoils it a bit. It stops being as special. But now they're just, like I said, the whole how they're booking these gigs and promoting them. It's just so sporadic and bizarre the way they're doing it. It just seems...
Why just not do a UK tour? That's the thing. It's got to the point now. It's like, why... Instead of doing a gazillion dates at Milton Keynes Ball, for what fucking ever reason... Not Milton Keynes Ball, Milton Keynes Stadium.
Yeah.
For whatever fucking reason you picked that venue in the first place. And now you're in the Eden Project. I understand these are probably large venues, but you probably just could have done a really good arena tour.
Yeah.
Or stadium tour in the UK.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Spread it out, because...
But once again, you got the other issue where, just like how they announced the European dates out after the England dates, then you got obviously people who planned on travelling over to UK are like, fuck you, you are going to be playing down the road from me. I'm sure there's people in Cornwall who've got tickets and shit booked to get them up to Milton Keynes, and then they're like, we're playing your place now. We're like, why didn't you tell us then, you dickhead?
It's a bit of a fuck show. I feel they could have... I don't know if maybe they were like a reason, like, we'll just do... I remember them coming back and they're like, we didn't expect it to be like a big thing.
You're My Chemical fucking Romance, you bellend!
You've been away for like 10 years and people did not stop fucking talking about you. But like, maybe they generally thought, oh, 1 show will be fine. Oh fuck, we're gonna do 2.
Naivety only goes so far. This is getting dumb.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway...
Right, so I'm going to say now, we have this rule with singles where we only do 2 singles and we do the album. I'm kiboshing My Chemical Romance news now because it's getting too much. I feel like we're talking about a new show every week. Fuck off.
Unless it's new music, get fucked.
Yeah. Give us a new song. I don't want any more dates. Good if you get to go, but the thing they're either going to keep announcing to the point where they're going to have a poor attendance. Yeah. Or unless they've got people just going to multiple shows. Which,
I mean, with 3 dates being in the UK alone before this, as well as, what was it, a date in Dublin and 2 other dates around Europe.
Oh, yeah.
Surely any and everybody who wanted to get a ticket has got one now.
I don't know.
And then they're like, we come to Cornwall, and people go, all right, we're in Milton Keynes. We even actually bought 2 tickets because we thought, fuck it, we'll see you twice in Milton Keynes. But now you're in Cornwall, and I don't know who's going.
I don't know. I reckon they'll announce another fucking UK date by the end of the month.
Maybe something a bit more northern. That'd be
It'd
nice.
be nice
if they do that, I'll be even more fucking livid.
I think it'd be nice if they did a Scotland date. It'd be nice if the Scottish people had something where they didn't have to travel thousands of miles.
We have a football stadium in Leeds.
Good for you.
Don't
come play here. Come play Leeds. I will totally watch My Chemical Romance in Ellen Road.
I mean, once again, like we talked about this when they released the Thursday dates, I believe you are free for this Cornwall date if you want to hop on down to Cornwall, Paul, and see My Chem.
No, because I'll buy tickets for this and then they'll announce fucking Leeds the day before.
You're not wrong.
This is it.
You're not wrong.
It's taking the real pressure off it.
Yeah. I kind of want to hear one of the band comment on this. It kind of bugs me that it's just like, here you go, and nothing's talked about it. I'm like... Can you explain yourselves a bit, please?
It's also the way that now, because like obviously the first tour date was like a big tease and a lead up and stuff, and this is just like blasedly got put online without any kind of like, oh yeah, we're gonna.
Yeah, this poster just dropped, didn't it?
Yeah.
No big deal. There you go.
I can't remember. Yeah. But anyway, fuck them. I'm still going.
Oh, yeah, we're still gonna go. We're still gonna have a great time, but fuck them.
I've already bought my ticket, so anyway.
Anyone out there who wants to go to the Eden Project gig, their tickets go on sale on the 19th at 5 p.m.
Which also is a weird time for tickets to go on sale, I feel like.
Yeah. Anyway, this is enough of me and Badger being annoyed. Now it's time for Paul to get annoyed.
Yay! Wait, oh, whoa, fuck. Yeah. Oh, dear. Glassjaw. I love Glassjaw.
That was it. Glassjaw.
I love them so much. Like they are, like they're tattooed on my body.
Yep.
That's how much I love Glassjaw. And then they
swear.
announced a couple of dates for their 20th anniversary of their first album.
Yes. Good album.
It's a great album. And yeah, they are in America, and I can't go to them, and I'm upset.
Moving on.
Yeah, so just for those that wanted to go, it's the 23rd of May, the 27th, and the 29th in Irvine, Boston, and Brooklyn, respectively. Brooklyn sold out. They put another date up, and that sold out as well.
Of course.
So if you were going to go to New York to see them, haha.
Are they from New York? Are they from New York?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about my... I'm not sussed up on my Glassjaw history.
Yeah, that's why in every piece of artwork or stuff they've got that NY thing in the thing at the bottom.
Look at things, Paul.
I noticed that, yeah. But yeah, man, I would love to get to one of these dates. Yeah, everything you ever wanted to know about Silence.
The thing is with Glassjaw is like album wise, like the early albums, like they're fucking banging. Love them.
I think everything's banging, but
but the last wasn't great.
I love the last album.
I
The year it came out, it was like album of the year for me. Well, not the album, but an album. It's in my top 10. Yeah, I love it. The EPs before were fantastic as well. And yeah, the two main albums are great, as everyone knows.
Yeah.
The thing I've got about Glassjaw is when they first came back, they seemed to be fantastic live. And then about a year in, it just kind of fell apart a bit. Like I remember seeing Slam Dunk being a little disappointed by their performance.
I've only seen them, well, off the top of my head, I've only seen them once live.
Mm-hmm.
And
Is
you
that
were
the
there.
Coheed gig?
It was when they supported Code and they were fucking shocking.
Mm.
It was horrible.
Yeah.
So when's the last time they played well?
Didn't they play last year? And it was good.
No,
I
like
didn't watch
Slam Dunk, they were okay. It's just not as much energy. But again,
Yeah.
I don't know if that was just a set list or what. But I saw them when they played Heavy Fest.
Oh,
yeah.
I was also there just before
Do you
we
think
knew
it
of each other's existence, but I was there too.
Do you think this is maybe they were good when they were younger and now they're not?
I mean, no,
as good?
Heavy Fest was what? Was it 2012?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Daryl Plum's been pretty sick.
I mean, he's pretty damn thick, yo.
Yeah. I don't know.
But no, yeah. I mean, it's just this album, man. It's one of the first like proper like post-hardcore albums I got into. Yeah, so I would just love to be able to see this live. So yeah, for these dates, they're playing that entire first album in its entirety, which for anyone who loves those songs will be amazing. I know there was a time in the past where obviously his health prevented him from being able to do the heavier songs.
Yeah.
So it's good it's good that he's in a position where he can do them repeatedly. And B, yeah, just in general, it's good that he's in better health, which means he might tour more. But yeah, I mean, I would just love them to bring this to UK. Like, I would, I'd pay a lot of money to see this live.
When was the last time they just did a headlining gig in, like in the UK? Have they done it at all?
I can't think there has been one. I think it's always been like
Either support or festival slots,
I
isn't it?
feel they must have done like a one-off London show or something.
they have done a Manchester show, but I think it was like I'm talking like decade ago.
Yeah.
I think there was a run of like them announcing tours and then cancelling them due to their health.
Yeah,
so-
true.
Yeah, but I do remember them once playing. I went to see him in Manchester, but it was in the Shit Academy.
Oh, God.
Yeah. But yeah, man. I want this date so much in Leeds. Oh, just in the UK. I will travel for this. Just not to.
They
New York.
played at the O2 Academy Brixton in 2018.
Oh, really?
That's the only thing I can find at a quick Google search provided.
Yeah,
And that
recently
wasn't supporting anyone?
No, it was in August of 2018, and I've got a feeling that might have been like a date before a festival appearance or something. Because if you Google Glassjaw UK tour, a lot of festivals come up.
Yeah.
And supports. So, anyway. Good. Sorry, Paul.
No, that's fine. Yeah, you talk over me quietly weeping. It's fine. But no, man, like just to wrap this one up because this is the last news story. Like, I love Glassjaw. I would love to see this live. And if you are going to any of these dates, fantastic. Lucky you. Please film everything and send it to me as soon as.
Cool. Lovely stuff. Thanks for the news.
It's all right.
All right.
Good news, that.
It was some of the best news ever.
The best news this week.
Definitely this week.
Mm-hmm.
Best news that just came out of our mouths.
Excellent. As I alluded to before, if you want to see any of these tour posters or anything, obviously, one, you can just look online yourself. It's quite easy. Or two, you can check out a YouTube video. They'll be on there. Or you can go on our Instagram. Some of those will be on there. If not, again, Google, mate. Don't worry about it. Anyway, moving on to new music then. So we're going to start with the singles, as we always do. Newfound Glory are back with a new song called Greatest of All Time. Mm-hmm. Debatable. No, so this is, I think, the first news. Well, last year they put out that
covers EP.
Yeah, what's it called?
From Screen to Stereo.
Screen to Stereo, yeah, they put that out.
It was the third one, wasn't it? I think it was the third one.
It was the third one. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I can't remember what the second one was, but I remember the third and the first.
Screen to Stereo 2.
Well, yeah, but I can't remember what song was on it.
Not close.
And then obviously the album before that was
Screen to Stereo 1.
No. They had their own album out, and I want to say it was 2018 when they put that album out. They put an album.
Wasn't it an EP the last one? The one that had like the palm tree on it?
No, that was an album.
Oh, it was an album. Oh, it was that one then?
It was quite good.
Yeah, I remember
because they tried some new elements on it.
Yeah, I know you got into it a little bit.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that album. It was one of my favourites of that year. Whatever.
I haven't listened to a full Newfound Glory album, which isn't a cover album, since Catalyst.
Mm-hmm.
No,
I don't think.
Yeah, I mean there was a couple of duds, but the kind of that I think it was called Homesick. I think I might be wrong on that one or something. Anyway, the last album was really good. I really enjoyed it. Cool. They tried some new elements to the sound.
What were those new elements?
I'll have to play you a song.
Harpsichord.
Yeah,
they had a killer trombone section.
There's just like I don't know. I'll have to play you a song. You'll remember it. And you go, oh yeah, okay, I see. But yeah, so anyway, this new song, it's pretty much like just a standard Newfound Glory track, I guess. There's nothing, no bells, no whistles, just like Newfound Glory, yeah, cool, here you go, and that's what
I found it was like Newfound Glory. It was quite through, typical what you expect from Newfound Glory, but almost with new pop punk aspects to it. Yeah. Instead of it being like how Newfound Glory sort of like have their own unique pop punk sound, I find like it's normally very obvious what is a Newfound Glory pop punk song to then like a band like Neck Deep or something. Mm-hmm. This to me seems like Newfound Glory doing what is now pop punk, if that makes sense to you. Yeah. It doesn't sound as traditionally like the original pop punk sound, but more of the new what to expect from a new pop punk band.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree with that. Yeah, it's obviously like a kind of a modernized version of their sound. It's still quintessential. Totally. But I agree with that. It's got that kind of modern elements in it, I suppose. Yeah. I always feel like Newfound Glory stand out in the field of pop punk a little bit.
I mean, that voice.
His voice, that'll do it.
Probably the voice, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, there's something about Newfound Glory. I every time I listen to them, I love them. But quite quickly, I just forget about them, and then I'll discover them again, and I'll love them. They're just like junk food in so much as like if you put.
Just like pizza.
They're just like pizza, the pop punk staple, yeah. It's like you can put any Newfound Glory album on or any song and it's like, Newfound Glory are great, aren't they?
Yeah.
And this song's just that. It's just like, it's just classic Newfound Glory. Mm-hmm. And it's not like pushing the boat out in any way. It's just like not changing the staples of a pop punk band. It's just Newfound Glory being Newfound Glory and it just being nice. It's just nice to listen to them. And they just sound just as good as I've always have done. I could quite easily see this one being one of their top songs going forwards. I think it fits quite well with all the big singles. And I loved it.
I feel the thing with this song is I wouldn't agree with that being a big song for them because I think it's Quint's it's Newfound Glory as you say, but I feel like it lacks the hook. Like I can't remember what the song sounds like. I've just got Newfound Glory in my head, and I'm like, it sounds like Newfound Glory.
It sounds like Newfound Glory.
I can't remember an element of the song that's
they sing about the Chicago Bulls.
Yeah. And drawing stick figures.
Yeah. I mean, but there's nothing like a great pop punk song. At least the chorus should be stuck in your head for a little bit. But I don't remember anything about this song.
I listen to the song a lot. Like I quite. I quite enjoyed it. It's weird because New Found Glory has been a band which I haven't gone out of my way to listen to for a very long time. And I did absolutely used to love this band. And I still got a lot of love for this band.
Mm-hmm.
But it was one of those songs where I probably wouldn't have bothered with it if it wasn't for, the purposes of, staying on top of new music, reviewing it. But I was so happy to hear it, man.
Yeah.
It was just like, it is good. If I ever want to listen to pop punk, I probably will always put New Found Glory on. And I'm more than happy for this to be at the top of those track lists. It's fucking great. I really enjoyed it. It's one of those songs where I was like, I didn't know I wanted it until I listened to it and I went, damn, fuck you, New Found Glory. You are good, aren't you?
Yeah.
I'd happily say New Found Glory is one of my favourite pop punk bands. The pop punk songs in general I generally hang out in so much.
Yeah.
But if you gave me the biggest name pop punks on a table, I'd probably pick up New Found Glory over Blink. And
but the thing is with that comparison, one band just as this sounds like a slight on New Found Glory. One band went off and changed things around and found a completely new sound of their own, I guess, in a way. And New Found Glory went, fuck you, we are pop punk till we die.
Yeah. One thing we didn't know, we talked about in the news, I did see, but we didn't share, was that they announced another tour with a co-headliner with Simple Plan.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I didn't mention it because I feel like that tour's happened 1,000 times.
Well,
And it's also the title pissed me off because I'm sick of them saying it.
Is it Pop Punk's Not Dead or something?
The Pop Punk's Still Not Dead tour. It's stop using that analogy. Fuck off. No, not. They've used that tagline too fucking much.
Mm-hmm.
It isn't dead. We know it's still very popular.
Did they were they the first people to start doing the merch which said Pop Punk's Not Dead? Was that New Found Glory?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, they defend pop punk.
Keep making that money, guys.
I think the defend Pop Punk was.
I was Man Overboard.
Yeah. But still, Pop Punk's Not Dead was I think it was New Found Glory, and it was at the time I was like, good one. I get that, but now it's it's not dead though, is it? Because Net Deep are massively popular. A load of pop punk fans are massively popular. It's not dead. It's still alive and kicking. Stop it.
Yeah,
we get it.
A side argument.
Yeah. So anyway,
but as far as this track goes, it's damn good. It is absolutely nothing wrong with this. I'm more than happy to bung this on any fun upbeat playlist.
Yeah.
And it just shows the New Found Glory are very aware of what they're doing and doing it really well.
They're strongest in their wheelhouse, aren't they? They're just doing what they do best. I'd say give it a listen. It's a cool track. It's not the best New Found Glory song, but it's still a pretty good New Found Glory song.
I think it's up there. I think it's really good and really fun. Yeah, I'd say check it out. Goddamn right now if you're a punk fan.
Yeah,
I'm a middle ground. Yeah, check it out. It's fun.
Yeah,
bug it on if you fancy it.
Yeah, good stuff.
Go listen to New Found Glory again. You'll probably be happily reminded of how fucking fun and what a good. It's hard not to enjoy.
Yeah.
Cool. Nice one. Okay, moving on then. So Stand Atlantic dropped a new song as well, which is called Shh. Shh. Or Shush.
Don't you shush me.
Shh. Shh. This is pressure cracks all over. I was going to say, moving on to keeping it pop punk, but this track's not superly pop punk.
No.
I guess. It's, because I think we said this last time we reviewed Stand Atlantic, I was like, I really enjoyed the first album, and I think it was quite a unique sounding version of pop punk and stuff. I was like, it really stands out in the crowd, it's really strong, it's really well done. And I feel like the new Stand Atlantic stuff's kind of slipping. The last song we put out, Hate Me, was super modern pop punk.
But you really enjoyed it.
I really enjoyed it at the time. I've not gone back to it much, if I'm honest.
It was quite painful for me.
Yeah, you're not liking it.
Yeah.
This is, it's alright. I feel like it's dropped a lot of the pop punk elements. It's more, it reminds me of Tonight Alive.
I don't.
Which will mean nothing to some people and something to other people.
Me.
Basically, Tonight Alive were another Australian pop punk band who went this way, where they've dropped the pop punk element and they kind of went to this more I guess it's alternative rock, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what else you'd categorise it as. Or just rock, I suppose.
Yeah. I know what I categorise it as.
Go on.
But uninteresting.
Yeah, I listened to it. The first listen I was like, it's alright, isn't it? It's fine. It's not what I wanted from Stand Atlantic, but it's alright. And then I think literally, I was on my third or fourth listen today before we recorded, I was like, I could just not listen to this again. It's not bad, I just find it a bit uninteresting.
Yeah, there's nothing that stands out about it. It just, it's very samey. Like, there's a lot of stuff out there like this, and I find it hard to differentiate those bands because they've got nothing unique about them.
Yeah.
This has just kind of slid into that territory, which is a shame. It's like, if that's what they want to do, that's fine. It's just that there's no longevity in that kind of music for me, I think. Like, this is the kind of stuff, you write stuff like that, you're like, maybe a couple of albums in and you're done.
Yeah.
If that's the way you go. Like, there's nothing to, like, help you stand out in a crowd.
Yeah, I think, like, because, like I was saying, like, the EPs they put out originally and the album they put out were just so... They were really strong, and they did stand out in the crowd. They had some really good elements in them that made them, like to me, like, stand out.
Yeah, it's a name to care about.
Yeah, and that's it. But now, kind of like I was like, I've seen this band a couple of times live last year and really into it, and now I'm like, kind of going off them a bit now. If this is the way they're going, it's getting a bit like, just not grab my attention as much anymore.
Not for you, yeah.
Yeah, it's a shame because they started so strong to kind of like back down a bit. But what do you think, Gareth?
Oh, well, it's a shame that this is the one which made me perk up a bit. I went, okay, I like that.
You and me are having some troubles recently.
What can I say?
I can't trust your opinion because you like Green Day's new album, so...
I like it.
Which apparently is number one in the UK.
Yeah, it's actually number
UK.
one in the UK chart, album charts.
Fucking word, UK.
I mean, to be fair, Badger...
now,
I was going to say, Badger fucking nailed it. It's like, these are the same people who voted for Brexit. I'm like, well, we shouldn't be allowed a choice or vote. Well, we can. We're good. You should trust us.
Don't.
No, you shouldn't.
Trust us.
We got this. No, this song, I can totally agree. It is very different from what they were doing. Not worlds apart, but like, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Basically, it is a rather simplistic song for them in comparison to what they normally do, but that led to me enjoying the vocals a lot more than I have in the past.
Yeah.
It has got quite a nice hook in the chorus, which I enjoy as well, but it's a quick, repetitive song where it doesn't lead to much more. It doesn't make that sort of lasting impression that some of their other songs have done, even though it is a sound which they normally do, which I'm not completely on board with.
Yeah.
This song for this band, where I've heard, I must admit, I haven't listened to many of their songs, but what I have heard, I feel like their songs are normally a lot more busy than this, and there's a lot more going on, where this is a lot more simplistic for them. But like I said, that led to me enjoying the vocals more. That just enjoyed it as a overall, like, getting into it a lot easier. I didn't feel like it was. I think I described one of the previous tracks as like nails on chalkboard for me, because it was just too much like happiness attacking me. This I got a lot more on board with. So for me, I actually really enjoyed this track. I understand it's definitely not the sort of route they would normally go down, and I wouldn't expect when the album comes out that this is what you should expect.
Yeah.
But this is a single that is definitely more in tune for what I can enjoy for this band.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I could take this or leave this. Like, to try and be positive, like, musically, like musicianship, like, they're great at what they do. Like, as you say, the vocals do stand out really well. This isn't my kind of music, I think. Like, I like the heavier side of music. And when someone comes like with a really kind of manufactured poppy sound, it's like I automatically get turned off from it.
Yeah.
And it's just like, this isn't music written for me, and that's fine. But from what we've said, like, they've done better stuff than this as a band. Yeah. And I think this is just a bit.
Yeah, agree. I think I'm going to blame Australia.
That's fine.
Okay.
But because the thing is, it's probably just me and being a fucking idiot or a weirdo. But, like, I've got this thing with the sailing bands where they always start off so fucking strong. And they'll release an album or a couple of albums like, this is fucking great. And it's always a bit different. It stands out in the crowd. And then this kind of blur out.
I mean, the opposite of that is Pagan Australian? And then they just, end.
They just end.
So at least they haven't ended.
Yeah. Tonight Alive were one that started out, I really liked the first couple of albums, and then just went blur. Like this, they just went, like, alternative, like, generic, boring stuff.
Yeah.
And Partway Drive started off with a really unique metalcore sound, and now they're just stadium metal, which is also meh. And this would be great, I think, for their popularity. I think this will probably do well for them. But as a person who's looking for something a bit interesting in the sound, it's lost me.
Yeah.
So I'd say check it out if you want. It'll probably. I should imagine it'll do well with some people, but other people will be like us will be, well, me and Paul will be a bit like...
That's it. I guess for me,
take
if
our leads.
you haven't been a big supporter of this band like at me, where I'm just like, yeah, they do what they do very well. It's just far from what I want. Maybe check this particular track out, because it did actually make me more interested in them than the previous tracks. But that's just because of the music I'm into.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the opposite. Like, I don't want to say no, just no. Like, it's not bad. It's just
especially bad
not
to
for me. It's really not for me.
Yeah, it's not Green Day Father of All bad.
No, God, no. Like, nothing is that bad.
That's
I don't
the bar.
I don't think anything's coming that low this year.
No, that's fucking...
Sorry to bring Green Day even more into this poor review of Stand Atlantic. But I was very happy to see that they said that it's like, when we do the Hell and Mega Tour, it'll be nothing but the hits. I'm like, please, for the love of God, thank you. Please genuinely be nothing but the hits.
The problem is, though...
I know.
Aren't the new song hits?
It's gonna be an interesting review when I come back from my Hell and
the
Mega Tour.
word hits,
Yeah.
the word hit is in there somewhere. It
Yeah.
just starts with an
They're
S.
not scared of playing earlier stuff. That's what I'm saying. We'll see. It's not playing on my mind a lot to the point where I have to bring it up.
Sorry, I really enjoyed Paul's shit joke.
You're welcome.
Got hits there, beginning with an S. Ooh, meow. Anyway, sorry, Stan Atlantic. You were alright. Get good again, thank you.
I liked it.
No, they are a very good band. Like, live, they're really fun. And I say the last album was so good. I really enjoyed it. I still spin it quite regularly. I'd recommend that to anybody, but this, I just think it will do well on some platforms and others. I just think it's a bit... But anyway, depends what you're looking for in the band, I guess. Anyway, moving on to...
Up.
What?
Moving on.
Oh, I see. That's not relevant to this. So Enter Shikari dropped a new song called The Dreamers Hotel. I don't know why it's in this weird brackets.
That's the official title.
Okay, just the Enter Shikari reasons. So Enter Shikari dropped a new song. First listen, I was like, all right. I think I was a bit confused on the first listen because the beginning of the song is so fucking bombastic and all over the shop and like just weird shit going on sort of thing.
Yeah, very Enter Shikari.
It is very Enter Shikari, but I think it's because what it is that when they dropped a new song last time, it was Live Outside. I think we talked about this previously.
This does not sit anywhere near the last album.
This is what I mean. So I kind of like, because your last album, The Spark, I fucking love that album.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is Enter Shikari, this is the way they're going to go. And I'm on board with it, this is cool. But then you can't really pin Enter Shikari down. They're all over the shop. So I wasn't ready for this kind of return to the more earlier stuff.
This definitely has an earlier feel to it.
So on the first listen, I was a bit like, and especially because like, it goes from the beginning, which is like quite electronic Enter Shikari all over the shop madness, into the catchiest fucking chorus. And
I've got it in my head right now.
Yeah, no, it's such a fucking earworm. And I was like, when I listened to the first listen, I was like, oh, I don't really know how I think about that. Now I fucking love this tune. It's so good. I kind of just said it's like the first. I like the first half. You've got Rao doing his like spoken sort of. I don't know. It's not rapping, is it? It's more. I don't know what you call it.
Soapbox shouting.
Soapbox shouting. Yeah. And then obviously goes into like his like catchy as fuck chorus. And it's just the whole. I love it when Enter Shikari do that electronic stuff. I think it really. And there's no one that sounds like Enter Shikari.
No.
So when they do it, I'm like, yes.
Yes,
The one thing I will say about this, and it's not a discredit in a way, listen to it, it is very Enter Shikari. They're not they're not like what's the
I don't think they're winning over new fans with this.
I don't know. It's not. They're not.
If you already had an idea of what Enter Shikari sound like in your head and you never really got into them, and then someone introduced you to this, you're like, I'm still not into them.
There's a bit like in the middle or towards the end where they kind of do a breakdowny sort of thing where it kind of.
I think it's after he says complimentary disco.
Yeah, it's literally that bit, and it goes into a music, and it's like.
What a description.
It is. Thank you for saying that, because that's what it is. He says that complimentary disco, and it goes into like a breakdowny kind of Enter Shikari thing, and I've heard them do that a gazillion times. They've done it in so many songs. I don't mind it, and there's no
I'm still fine with it.
But it's fine. Like, this is the Enter Shikari bit. Yeah. That's what this whole song is like. This is the Enter Shikari bit. So I'm happy as a fan of Enter Shikari that they're still Enter Shikari.
Yeah,
it's a good song, catchy as fuck, and I just like it. They said on this new album it's going to be like a kind of. It's going to cover the whole of their career, so they're kind of dipping into each album, taking elements from each album to make a kind of like a mix of all their sound from the past, whatever, how many years. So I'm looking forward to hearing the album.
Yeah, man. I mean, for this is this the first track off this album?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
the last
this
one
is...
was basically almost like an offcut of The Spark, really, wasn't it?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the initial lead-in for this new album. Like, actually, it's got me really excited for this new album.
Yeah.
I do like that they're tackling like things that people wouldn't really tackle lyrically as well.
Yeah.
So this, if you listen to the lyrics properly, it is very like anti-cancel culture.
Oh god, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, and it's nice to see people actually like fight back on that, because it does seem like on the internet, or like, a lot of people just like you do one thing bad and you're cancelled forever. There's no like forgiveness or like actual thinking of wider thoughts on that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So it's nice to see a band actually like tackle that a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, lyrically great, musically fantastic though. It's just a fun little like dancey like rock track, and I like it. Like you say, it's kind of like the hallmarks of like a classic Enter Shikari track.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are a fan of that stuff, you're gonna love this track, I think.
Yep.
And yeah, like we say, catchy as fuck choruses. I love the digital breakdown like kind of stuff they do, playing with more of the digital sound that they've always been well known for. And yeah, if you are an Enter Shikari fan, I reckon that people are gonna love this.
Yeah,
because I do.
Yeah, this is fucking spot on for me. The first time I heard it, I was just the first listen, I was like, oh, wasn't expected this. Literally put it on straight back again. I think I listened to it about three times over, and I went, this actually might be one of my favourite Enter Shikari tracks. Yeah, honestly, it's like
I'd always be arguing for moments with me.
Well, no, don't get me wrong, that's up there, but I wasn't expecting them to release a new song where I would go, oh, fucking bump that one right up. Like, if I fancy listening to an Enter Shikari track, this literally has everything in it I want from an Enter Shikari track.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go on. Like, I think it's really fucking good. I well enjoyed
I feel
it.
like every time they do this, though, like they always put like an album out, and they always do a single, and it's always like so strong, straight off the bat. Like I keep referring to it, "Live Outside." That fucking song, man, I fucking love it.
Yeah.
Pretty much every single from at least one single from every album is like a top Enter Shikari song. They always have like an absolute banger of a tune on each album. So I'm fucking really looking forward to hearing it. The full thing. I think it's out in April, so not that long of a wait as well. Very, very quick how they've done this, because like a number of bands like you just go, here's a single, and then you have to wait 5 months, you get another single, and you have to wait another 5 months, and you get an album. This is literally like, here's a single, the album's out 2 months, here's a tour, nice one. Cheers, Shikari. I like how you do things, and it's not been that long since The Spark came out. The Spark was 2017.
It really doesn't feel like that's long ago, does
It's
it?
in the toured so much as well, because since The Spark
They
came
did
out,
like 2 big UK and European tours off that, like 2 full tours off it.
Yeah, and festival appearances.
Yeah.
Because I saw him last year headlining Jera. Not headlining. Yes, maybe headlining. I was so drunk. Yeah, I was doing electric dance moves.
Electric dance moves?
Dance
Dance like you've been tasered. Come on.
That's pretty much it. Right, electric body moves. No, fucking banging tune. I'd say go check it out Goddamn right now.
Yeah, goddamn right now.
Love it.
Unless you hate what Enter Shikari sound like, where, yeah, you're not going to like this.
I don't know. I don't know. I could understand maybe some people not liking it.
If you already know that what Enter Shikari's their sound you don't like, don't bother. But for us, sweet.
Yeah, great. Fucking love it. I'm going to listen to it after the podcast is done because I want to hear it again.
Yeah.
Meanwhile.
Yeah, I know. Had to get it out a little bit. It's well on a loop in my head.
It's fucking great. I just love the first part. It's that electronic, like, fucking...
Yeah.
Like,
anyway, we love it. You all know we love it.
So,
sweet.
Anyway, moving on. So, the next song we're going to talk about is Haggard Cat, Rational. Before we start, remind me, Paul, is this the band you mentioned previously?
Heck.
Yeah, so
Heck,
Baby
Baby
Godzilla
Godzilla.
/ Heck.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is 2 members of that band, so the drummer and one of the guitarists.
Okay.
So this is their 2-piece thing. Firstly, to start off with this one, I just want to say happy 50th to Black Sabbath and their album, because this is very Black Sabbath tinged to me. It's got that kind of classic rock feel to it that Black Sabbath have. With some of the hectic bits that you'd expect from them. I like this song, man. Like, it's not my usual go-to sound, but there's something about this song that's just like, it's just cool. I like it, man. Not the best descriptive for a song, but just something about it just made me kind of go, yeah, man, I like this a lot.
Yeah, I've never had this feeling before, but I kind of wanted to hear this, where it's just a vocalist and a piano.
Yeah.
And I know that sounds really bizarre, but I just have an image in my head of just like this just being like one dude at a piano fucking belted it. I'm like, that would be sick.
But no, yeah, I like this like super cool like lo-fi stripped back like just classic rock song. It just oozes cool. I love it.
It has a good groove to it, like going all the way through, and it builds really well. If anything, I'd say just like the build sort of like could have gone on a bit more, like or the build up, the end of the track felt like it for me. It needed a bit more to it to sort of like wrap it all up, but fucking good still.
Yeah, like I say, it does for me anyway. Personally, it does have that kind of like that old school classic kind of like British rock sound to it, like say like something from the 70s. But yeah, just with like a modern tinge to it. But like I say, with it being a 2-piece, it's like really cool stripped back sound to it. Yeah, I mean, I love it, man. There's not much more I can say on this one. Like there's not a lot in the way of like dynamics to it. It is just like a cool, like you say, like lo-fi sound.
Yeah.
It's just something about it just makes me want to listen to it again.
Yeah, I enjoyed those aspects of it. I was expecting something else to come out of this track, but obviously it didn't. And obviously listened to it a few times and looking back, like, that's not a bad thing at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, on my initial listen, I was expecting it to sort of pop off at some point, and it didn't. And like after a few listens, like, there's nothing wrong with that. This is a solid through track, which, like I said, had a great build and had that old school sound, which was really good, so they did really well. But yeah, it left me wanting more. Yeah. So I guess that's good, actually, because we will be getting more.
Yeah, that's what you want from a lead single. I think my problem, well, not problem, but like I think the issue is that it's like knowing the caliber of the band that came before. Like I know these guys have been a band for a while now, but it's like knowing what Baby Godzilla or Heck were like. It's like you expect that kind of like chaotic sound to come from them. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't miss it. I think for what it is, it's a great song. And yeah, as you say, it leaves you wanting more. That kind of makes me want to listen to that album a lot more.
Yeah, I think you kind of just said the problem I had with this song. So, because I was under the impression this was the band that was Heck and Baby Godzilla, I was expecting craziness. Like just mental kind of sounds. Mm-hmm. And obviously, it's not that. It's very, like saying, lo-fi and very kind of like slow and just chilled out, I guess.
Yeah, it's got that like I say, like that 70s lo-fi kind of like 70s rock vibe to it.
So I kind of went, so the problem I think I had in my mind, I was going to get something else and then receive something else that kind of threw me off a little bit. Mm-hmm. And left me kind of a bit bored.
Okay.
But I don't think that's the fault of the song, it's the fault of my expectations.
Yeah.
That I should have not had expectations because I don't know what the band sounded like. I should not really judge a new band off old bands. That's me being a stupid prat.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. They're not a new band. Like that'd be
I mean,
an
a new band to me.
Yeah. I get what you mean.
Yeah. So, I mean, personally, I'm not like big into this. I mean, going off what you guys said, we'll end up doing another single. Mm-hmm. But I mean, at this point, I could recommend it to people, but I personally would just give it a pass. Just from personal taste, I guess.
Yeah, I think this is a good sign of what is going to come from this band. It isn't what I was. It's not what I was looking for a first single of this of what's coming up. But like I said, it's done exactly what I needed from it, and it's made me go, "Ooh, that was quite good. Ooh, okay, now what? Give me more." So sweet. Yeah, I'm in. They've got me with this.
Yeah. So cool. I'd say give it a listen if you want. That's my review.
So you're just telling people,
just
do whatever you want. It's like, we will.
This week has been a funny week, and I didn't really want to say it before we started doing all the songs, but it's been one of those weeks where I've just kind of struggled and got bored of stuff quite easily. Besides Enter Shikari, because it's just so all over the shop sort of thing. It's very interesting. But a lot of the other stuff is kind of like one listen, I'm done sort of thing. Obviously, for podcast purposes, I had to do multiple listens, and some of it just didn't stick. We'll talk about that more in the other reviews.
Should we say next?
Next.
Hatebreed
dropped a new song called When the Blade Drops.
Yeah.
Metal.
Like a guillotine?
Yeah, because there's a guillotine on the artwork. So, just to make sure you got the message.
Mm-hmm. And they do mention guillotine a few times in the lyrics.
No, really?
What?
Yeah.
Random thing. Someone else think guillotine's just a random thing to have in lyrics now?
Not if you hate breed.
I guess so. Do you think they just ran out of all the weapons?
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Run out of all things. I can't say knife anymore. What have I got? Guillotine? Okay.
Trebuchet.
Pushing the boat out there, mate.
Trapdoor.
Just quintessential Hatebreed, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, it's
yeah.
It's like sort of similar with the Newfound Glory. No bells, no whistles, no fucking about. Just a big old slab of Hatebreed. Which I'm fine with, because when I want to listen to Hatebreed, I want to listen to Hatebreed.
Yeah.
And this is what I got. So I'm like, cool, Hatebreed. Nice
So,
one.
right.
I don't really want to do anything else.
I've never gone into Hatebreed.
Yeah.
It's never been a moment in my
That
life
is
where I'm like,
understandable.
you know what I need? I need a bit of Hatebreed. And it's because of tracks like this where, look, it's perfectly good. Like, it's solid,
It's good Hatebreed.
fine Hatebreed track.
Mhm.
But it's so... I'm sorry for saying this, if you want to argue, it's fine, but it's fucking basic. It's so paint by numbers simplistic, like, where I'm like, fuck me, like, you've got, like, you know how to do this, and you fucking blast it, good on you. But there's so much more interesting stuff within this genre you can go listen to, for me. And that's not, I know it just sounds like I'm shitting on Hatebreed. This band are fucking nailing it, and, like, it doesn't matter my views on it in this respect, for my thoughts on it. But I would much rather listen to more interesting sort of like, I think it just does nothing for me. This goes like in one ear out the other. It just goes through me, and I'm like, okay.
I think that's my problem as well. It's like, I love this song, I do. It's like, I've got no bad words to say about it. It's just in the genre that it's in, there are so many more dynamic stuff out there. Just like this is one of those songs that, like, I love it. Listen to it this week. I guarantee, like, I will not be looking to listen to this again.
Yeah.
If I listen to a Hatebreed song, there's a million other ones out there that sound just like this, and that's fine for them. And for anyone who's a fan, I just, personally, I'm like, I'm fine not having another album.
Do you like the song title being repeated 50 times over during their song? Hatebreed. Sorry.
No. I mean, you're totally fine saying that. Like, you're right. It's very simplistic for what it is. It's good. Again, for what it is.
Yeah.
It's just what it is very, like, low on the rung of, like, interesting music. I think this is coming across harsher than I want it to be. Like, I think this is a really good hardcore song. I just think there's more interesting bands out there.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like, musically, fine. I can't get excited about this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Again, I don't know. You kind of said it already. I don't want to discredit it or anything. It's just I think it was like we were saying with Lamb of God last week. It's just what you kind of expect from the band. And it's strong for what the band does. They're good at what they do. Yeah. It's fine. And you're happy. You go, cool. This is the band. Nice one. And move on.
They do their music absolutely spot on.
This will keep every Hatebreed fan happy. I can't imagine any Hatebreed.
Oh yeah, if you
not this again.
If you're into Hatebreed and you don't like this, just look back at what you've been listening to.
Because I've never seen this band live before until last year. I saw them at Jera. I got bored so fucking fast, man. Jesus Christ.
I thought you just said you don't want to be.
They're not bad live or anything. Just obviously after like half an hour of songs that sound very samey, you kind of go a bit like, I might just go get a beer or something. I've got time. I won't miss anything. Yeah. So, I do jam a bit of Hatebreed now and again, but it's always probably the more popular songs, and it's fine. Yeah. So good. I'd say obviously if you're a fan of Hatebreed or Hatebreed-esque sounds, obviously give it a spin. And I feel like if you're gonna be a fan of that, you've probably already heard it because I don't know who won't. If you're a fan of Hatebreed, or you've heard, or in that kind of world of music, you've probably already heard Hatebreed. So we're not really introducing this to anybody.
No, not at all. And like we said, like in the same vein, I think you nailed it with how we talked about Lamb of God. Just they are a band who have their sound, fucking do it to perfection, but there's nothing more to get from it. So when they release something new, you're not getting anything new from it. You just go, oh, sweet, you still got it. Yeah.
I think the artwork says it all as well for me. It's like, if this album came out this week or it came out 20 years ago, this could still be the same artwork and it would be like, okay, cool. There's a Hatebreed record right there.
Yep.
And that's fine. I mean, again, without shitting on it, because I don't want to shit on it, because it's like, it is a good song. It's just, in the grand scheme of things, it's just another Hatebreed song.
Yeah, I think it's one of those where some bands change and it doesn't end well. So I suppose it's always good when you've still got a staple of the scene, kind of like plugging out the hardcore hits.
Yeah, they're like one of the standard bearers for this kind of hardcore sound, and I think they do it really well. It's just for me personally, my music needs to be a bit more interesting for me.
Yeah. Anyway, give it a listen if you want.
Yeah, do what you want. It's fine. We're not your dad.
It's still a thumbs up. It's still a good job, Hatebreed. You fucking made a good song, but it's Hatebreed.
Yeah, it's Hatebreed.
I can't talk much about a Hatebreed song sounding like a Hatebreed song.
I think it's one of those where you're asking three dudes who aren't into Hatebreed. If you asked a dude who was into Hatebreed, he'd probably have a lot better insight.
I will.
Stop pissing off the metalheads. Anyway, yeah, good. That was the singles.
It was the singles.
All of them.
Quite a week. Not a good week, but it's quite a week.
I had a good week. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I was just quite.
I enjoyed myself.
Besides, like, I just found myself a bit bored for this week because they're all. I think they're all in their own way good songs, and I can appreciate them. But at the same time, like, just Newfound Glory. It's just Hatebreed, and then Stan Atlantic did something I wasn't keen on, and then Haggard Cat, I just didn't get it.
And also, Enter Shikari was just Enter Shikari, to be fair.
It was just Enter Shikari, but I enjoyed that. So
there's been nothing groundbreaking this week, but for me, I've enjoyed the majority of it.
I think I just need something new, and like, oh, I didn't expect this, and it's really good. Rather than be like, oh, it's that band again doing that thing that band do. So we'll see what next week bring. Well, but we'll talk about this album because this is new to me, I guess.
Yeah, this is new.
So. Kvelertak released a new album.
And as we do always, Badger will now read off every title of every song in this album.
No.
Please do.
The album itself is called Splid.
Yeah.
Sick. Hang on, first I've got to remember how to spell Kvelertak so I can look at the album tracks. Oh, fuck. I don't know. I don't want to discover content Spotify. Fuck off.
I
could just look at the playlist, couldn't I? What am I doing?
Yeah, you could do that.
Oh my god.
I've got it in front of me. Do you want to look at it? Are you okay there?
I'll do it myself.
Christ.
Fuck off. Right, so, new album from Kvelertak, Splid. So it starts off with the song Rogaland. Rogaland? Nailed it. And the way it starts off is kind of like, we did do two singles of this, one of which was Crack of Doom. I remember that because it had the guy from Mastodon in it. And then I completely forgot what the other single was.
I think it was Brett Brown?
I think it is.
Yes.
So I can double check.
It's definitely that song that says "Come on, air guitar" in it.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Air
and
guitar,
I forgot.
Kabown.
I should hate it, but I love it.
It's so bad. But the way this album started, like, I kind of like with those two singles, like, I was like, right, I know exactly what this album's going to sound like. So when the first song started, I was like, oh, okay, it's not exactly how I imagined it. It's like I really like the first part of that song. Like that sound and the notes and riffs and melodies and all that shit is used. It's like, okay, this might be alright actually in the end. And I got into it, and then the problems with this album, one, every song is too fucking long. They're all over 5 minutes. And it's a lot of the same.
Such a first world problem, viewers.
It is. Because the thing is, the problem, and I'm not biased to a long song. I like Coed and Cambria. They do 10-minute fucking songs. It's not a problem for me. The problem is when that 5 to 8 minute long song doesn't do anything interesting.
Do though.
They don't
really do.
After Brett Bran, I kind of just, and then I got into Uglas Hegan Mountain or whatever the fuck. I cannot speak this language. Sorry,
it's Norwegian.
Yeah, I can't speak Norwegian.
Yeah.
But then after that, I was kind of like, I'm just like, getting a lot of the sameness, isn't it? It's just a lot of the same stuff.
I find it so bizarre.
And nothing changes on it. There's no, the whole album just bleeds into one massive over-the-top rock thing. And I'm just a bit like, ugh. If it was the 70s or the 60s or whatever the 70s or 80s, this probably would have been great. But it's not anymore. It's outdated.
Personal opinion of what, like, your music taste, if you don't like it, that's fine. But I can't disagree enough. It's got so much going on in this album, which is not the same sound.
It's got some good bits in it. Okay, there's some elements in it that they're using, some like riffs and.
I would describe this in the complete opposite way of how you describe it. I would describe this. Remember we talked about like fucking millions of people in battle jackets, right? Take a metalhead's battle jacket, take all the bands on it, and then take an aspect from every single one, and you'll find an aspect of every single one in at least one of these songs.
That's fine.
There's so much in here.
To me, it just sounded very samey.
It's very metal.
I wouldn't say it's metal.
Well, hardcore. It's literally it's like
rock. So
it's hardcore rock, alt rock. It's got like that fucking opening to Oogla's Hegemony. Like it's the most punk they've ever sounded.
I've got no
during
reference.
Necrosoft, they start off sounding typical Kvelertak. Then there's like a piano key, and they go into like the closest thing they've ever done to black metal.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's some insane shit in here, mate.
I don't know. It must have just gone over my head or something. Because I just listened to it all, and by the last 3 tracks, I'm just done.
But to be fair, you went looking forward to this. You went wondering about the singles. This is so not your thing.
No,
and I understand that.
The thing is, right? The problem. No, not the problem. But like, it has elements in it that are my thing. It has sounds and riffs and everything that I'm like, oh, that sounds like this thing, and I like that thing. But as a whole package, nah, don't like it. And it's just, I just don't get it.
That's fine.
I just got bored of it because by the end it just sounded a lot of the same. Like every song sounded like, not every song sounded the same, but like the whole album just sounds very samey, and I'm a bit like, nah, can't be bothered. Done. That's me.
That's fine.
You guys can talk about how you like it now.
All I gotta say is I completely disagree. I as an album, I was so fucking impressed by this, mate. Like honestly, like this is far more than I ever expected for it to be. Like I said, I understand your take on it. But yeah, there's so many different aspects. Like I said, from Necrosoft to Ooglas, when they just straight up just went, we're going to do our version of this genre now, and now we're going to do our version of this genre now. And then, like, I think it's Fanden Tad Detta Hall, where, like, they start doing some clean vocals in there as well, which I was not a fan of. There's clean vocals, which, look, if you pull the face, you have no memory of clean vocals in this album.
No, the whole fucking songs are clean. Well, a lot of the songs are clean.
No, so...
they're like the rocky, they're not like screamy, shouty, like metal vocals all the time. There's a lot of like rock singing.
Not much, and there's aspects where it's literally slowed down like clean vocals.
To the different album. The thing is, like, when this album came out, it was the 50th anniversary of Black Sabbath the day before, and I was listening to this album, and all I wanted to do was go listen to Black Sabbath. That's where I was, and I don't know if that's about impaired my ability to listen to this album. So I feel like you're talking about a completely different album.
Well, when there are clean vocals, like, it's not for me. I'm not a huge fan of this guy's vocals when he hasn't got a bit of rasp in his voice. But they don't overstay their welcome, so it didn't sort of take me out of it too much. I think it's that Fandom one where it's just like 4 minutes into the track, you think you know where it's going, and it's like an 8-minute track. I think that one is like 4 minutes in, and then it just fucking loses his goddamn mind, and it's fucking awesome. But yeah, there's so much in this album I really enjoyed. And now I'm very intrigued to know what Paul thinks, because we are literally 2 ends of the coin, 2 sides of the coin. So, Paul, what are your thoughts, mate? Oh, he's gone. We killed him. Sorry.
No, I'm still here. Shock horror. I don't agree with Badger.
Come to the dark side, Paul.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the dark side, is it? Because this album's just fucking fun.
It's so good.
It's just like I don't agree with Gareth in the sense like there's a million different things in here. Like I do agree there's a lot of different sounds. There's a
lot more than I expected to be in here.
Like there are some bits like there are some proper like old school heavy metal bits in there. There's like you say, there's that bit that just sounds like it's a black metal track for about 30 seconds. But all in all, it's just like a big old classic rock band having fun. Like it kind of like a lot of it had that elements of like Motley Crue just playing like thrash rock music, and it's just a lot of fun. Obviously the singles are probably the most standout bits just because those are the ones I've listened to more, But yeah, there is a fair bit to unpack in this album, and I think more repeated listens are needed. But yeah, all in all, it's just fun. It's just a lot of fun.
I can agree with you in the sense that this could be classed as fun.
Mm-hmm. Just not your kind of fun.
I feel like it could be classed as fun for maybe half the album. I just think after a while it gets a bit old. And the thing is like I think you got to something like you say it's like classic rock, and that just doesn't. I just don't think there's a place in the world for that anymore. You've had it.
But it's not your typical.
New classic rock.
But it's not your typical classic rock. It has the same vibe and feel of it, while still being completely Kvelertak, completely their own brand of it. Like whenever these aspects of different sort of like styles pop up in it, it's 100% their brand of it, not typical.
I mean, I'm fine with these kind of bands existing. Like, I like that kind of like it's a look back to that kind of sound, but it still has its own thing. Like these guys, I think like someone like Red Fang as well, are a similar kind of like that have that like feel of a classic rock band that still bring their own like unique modern element to it. And I love it. Like Kvelertak are one of those bands that I've not really listened to a lot. Like their earlier stuff seems to be a bit more classic, like heaviness.
Oh yeah.
And this album is the one that feels like it's just like a straight up like stadium rock kind of band feel to it, in like that old school vibe.
Yeah,
like you say, the Motley Crues of the world kind of thing. But yeah, having its own take on it, and I think it's just fun. I don't hate it in any way that you do, Badger, but like I don't like. I don't love it like in any shape or form. Like, I think it's a great album. I honestly don't know if I'll listen to it a lot going forward. Like, but I did enjoy the time I spent with it. And yeah, I can see there's definitely some
a
here
lovely
for
day.
No, but like,
out to the park.
But no,
I had
like
a picnic with Kvelertak.
You know,
He gave
fuck
me his
me,
number.
I
I might not call it back.
Go on, Paul. Sorry.
No. I'm only going to be miserable.
We just talked about you courting Kvelertak.
No, but like we spent a good couple of days listening to this album, and like I've enjoyed my time listening to it. I don't think it's won me over as like a diehard Kvelertak fan, but I'm happy that this kind of music exists, and it seems like this is a band that just are having fun making this. So yeah. If you're in for like just a fun old school rock and roll time, then yeah, give it a go.
Yeah, so I've been listening to Kvelertak since the first album, and this is so far away from what I originally signed up for. But I love the fact they've gone this way. I got to see them last year. The bands live are incredible, and once again, such a good like vibe, such a good fun feel to it. Total party band like they come across in most of these tracks. And this album has so much more than what I was expecting. Like it's could have gone quite typical, but I think they took not risks, but I think they took their chance to do a lot outside of what you would have expected. I had nothing but a damn good time listening to this album, and I went back to it a few times, and I'm going to continue. I thought it was fucking great. I really enjoyed this.
Okay. Cool. I think it's not for me, that's all. It's just, I think that classic rock thing, I appreciate the bands from classic rock era, so Motley Crue, Aerosmith, all that stuff. I appreciate those eyes, and I like those eyes. But in the modern day, I just don't think it's a genre that needs to... You can have it, whatever, but it's just not for me.
But that's the thing. This is a new Norwegian version of that. And I'll take that version of it. There's plenty of other bands doing typical classic rock. This is far from typical.
Yeah.
Like, they're doing enough there. So basically, they're doing enough there to make me give a shit. Because there's a lot of classic rock bands out there which I wouldn't piss on if they're on fire. I couldn't give a flying fuck. But this, it gets me. There's enough in you to make someone like me go, I'm into it. I'll take it.
That's fine. I'd say...
Burn it.
Yeah. Nah. I don't want to give it a no, just no, because I recognise it's like musically, it's got parts in it. It is...
If you're not into it, mate, I'm
just not into it. That's it.
That's
me
fine.
You guys review it. Fuck it.
You're allowed to not like something.
You give it a rating because I don't know what to give it.
I think it deserves a goddamn right now. There's so much in here which is worth a lot of people's time, and I'm a big advocate for it because I think this is great.
Also, just reminded that Gareth liked Green Day. Not part of the just right there.
Yeah, true. I kind of fucked myself with any form of opinion, but here I am, bitches!
Yeah, you fucked yourself there. No, I I kind of agree. I don't think it's a goddamn right now. I think, yeah, to check it out, but be aware that it is very, like, I don't think there's anything serious about this album. I think it is just a load of musicians just having fun, writing some old school rock tracks.
Mm-hmm.
I take everything seriously.
You do. A bit too seriously.
If you spend this much time just for a lull, maybe...
Well, no, but that's the thing. It's not one extreme or the other.
It's
a great blend.
No,
they've done
never.
really good job.
There is
of
no
making
middle
a
ground. Only the extremes. It's either a comedy album or it's not. Fuck off. Nah.
Well, I enjoyed myself.
No.
It was good.
That's fine. As long as you guys like it. That's all it was. I'm sure lots of people will like it.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go to Aerosmith instead.
Quite the jump.
Not to me, really. I mean, Aerosmith's different. I don't know. It's a bad example. Well, Motley Crue then. Fuck it. Yeah, good song. Anyway, that was it for new music. What a week.
And that is it.
What a week. Back next week. Next week, I'd know one album's coming out. I believe. Ozzy Osbourne dropped his new album next week.
Oh, God.
Probably do that. Hey, the singles were all right. I'm quite looking forward to hearing it. Cramp in my foot. Twisted my ankle.
I think I'd rather have the cramp in my foot, to be fair, but we'll see what happens next week.
Christ alive, what's going on?
Next week I will be drinking. It'll be better. So, is it? Yeah, Friday, we'll be fine. I'll get it. Yeah, so I think we will be doing that new Ozzy Osbourne album, which the title of which escapes me.
Ordinary Man.
Cool. Ordinary Man, thank you.
Lies.
Yeah. Sorry.
It's not very ordinary, is it?
No gigs?
Not for me.
No?
No.
Cool. We might do a new feature then, because I feel like we need to do something else besides new music.
I have an idea! I will not reveal it until I actually know I can do it.
So next week, Ozzy Osbourne album, whatever news happens, probably some singles, and
Gareth will have a segment.
Gareth's special segment.
That sounds dirty.
Yeah, no. I got a feeling there might be a new Neck Deep track because they're teasing something.
Sure. 18 Visions are also teasing something.
Oh, okay. There you go then.
So,
Good.
yeah, we'll have something new. I don't know if it's a re-release of an album or new stuff, but we shall soon find out.
I always get 18 Visions mixed up with a trio for some reason.
Because they both wore eyeliner. It's fine.
That's probably exactly what it is. Anyway, thank you very much for listening, everybody. If you want to give us some support and some love, please follow us on social media, such as Instagram. You can find us at Loud Noises Pod. Twitter at Loud Noises Pod UK. I should really make them the same.
Yeah.
Oh well. Also, you can find us on Facebook. Just look for Loud Noises Podcast. It should come up. If it doesn't, forget about it. And also, if you want to be super kind and generous and supportive, you can leave us an iTunes review. It helps us in the algorithm, I believe.
So we are led to believe, yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm
The science says maybe.
The science says maybe. So that's it. Thank you very much. We'll be back next week. I'm going to lie down. Also, apologies for any background noise you can hear. My wife is upstairs listening to music.
She's blasting that shit.
Oh,
She's going for it. She better be throwing shapes.
Yeah, we're going out now. I'm so tired. So, all right, cheers, guys. Bye.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.